It started with a sentence I heard too many times. Be yourself. People said it like it was medicine, like it was easy, like they knew what it meant. So I smiled, nodded, and kept my real thoughts locked behind my teeth. At school, they wanted one version of me. At home, another. At work, another again. Quiet enough to be liked. Funny enough to be accepted. Soft enough to be safe. I studied their faces the way detectives study footprints, learning which parts of me made them comfortable and which parts made them look away. I became excellent at disappearing. New clothes, new voice, new laugh. I changed my hair, my shoes, the way I walked into a room. Each change felt like a clue left behind for someone else to find, but no one ever noticed the missing person was me. Then came the night of the mirror party. Nobody knew why it had that name. The wall was covered in silver panels, and every light in the room came back as a shadow. I stood there holding a plastic cup and saw my reflection fracture into dozens of strangers. The girl with the careful smile. The girl with the sharp clothes. The girl who never argued. The girl who pretended not to care. All of them looked back at me like witnesses to a crime. At midnight, the music cut out. Someone at the front of the room said the words again. Be yourself. The room laughed, as if it were a joke. But I didn't laugh, because for the first time, I understood the trap. They did not mean be real. They meant be harmless, be easy, be whatever version of you makes other people comfortable. So I left the party without a word. I walked through empty streets, past closed stores and sleeping windows, until I reached the old station at the edge of town. There, under a broken light, I took off the borrowed jacket, the painted smile, the careful posture. I was shaking, but I kept going. I cut my hair the next morning in a bathroom mirror with a pair of kitchen scissors. Badly. Unevenly. Perfectly. I wore the boots I had always been told were too loud. I wrote my true name on the inside of my wrist, not for display, for proof. The next day, people stared. Some frowned. Some laughed. Some asked if I was going through a phase. I almost apologized, almost returned to the old mask, but then I remembered how heavy silence had felt in my hands. I remembered the girl in the mirror room, multiplying into pieces, and I decided I was done being a copy of what others expected. So I became someone else, not a stranger, not a performance, someone new, built from the parts they could not touch. Louder than my fear, stronger than their opinions, truer than the lies I had been wearing. People still tell me to be myself. Now I know what to answer. I am. I just was not the version they wanted. And that is the secret they never saw coming. The rebel heart was mine all along.